So today I've got a MOLLE bag. I just got it Faye on Valentine's Day. I've been looking for something to put in my hunting pack that I could kind of carry around. I do a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing, just a lot of outdoors activities. I also do a lot of forwarding, and so I wanted something to keep everything together. I have this backpack, and I had pieces kind of strewn about. I had ropes and fire starters and first aid kits and safety tape and just normal tape. I had knives, saws, hatchets, pretty much anything you can imagine. So when you're outside, that in case you have a problem, whether you're forwarder, like I said, hiking, camping, fishing, I have it in this backpack. And so I'm still going to keep using it, but I'm going to use it more for food and whatnot. But I've got this MOLLE pack that I will be able to throw my forwarder or be able to put into my bag so that if I need it for emergency or if I get stuck, something happens, I don't carry the big backpack out, I can just carry this little MOLLE pack out of my pack or put it on my arms. Anyways, I'm going to kind of show you what I've got in here. It's a pretty good little pack. It's about 8 inches across, and right now for me it's about 5 inches deep and about 6 inches high. And so what I've got in there right now, I've got a hatchet that's on the outside, it's right on the outside of the pack. You can do it or not. But inside, I am amazed at what's actually inside of this little pack. Like I said, so this is dimensions compared to my hand. I'll show you what I've got in there. You can put anything you want in there. It's a very good pack. So the first thing I open it up, you can see it's got a bunch of different layers in it. So it's got a little zipper pocket right here that you can put things into. It's got a bunch of little mesh things right here. I've got a tire gauge in there. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and I've got some bigger pouches over here. Right now I've only got it with 3 things. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. They're Velcro, so they'll keep your big items in place. So I don't have to worry about it. For right now, what I've got in here is an Allen wrench. It's for my bow, is what I use it for. But if you need an Allen wrench, that you can use it for anything that you might need in your vehicle, on a forwarder, on a snowmobile, a gun if you something happens to your scope, fishing equipment. The next thing I have in mind is a utility knife. So it's just a normal Leatherman is all it is. It just fits nice and snug in there. Then I've got 2 things for writing. I've got a pencil and a pen for in case I need to leave a note for somebody in case something happens. I always like to have a pencil in case it's really cold and your pen's not working. You can still at least leave a little bit of a note in there. And then I've got a tire fill upper. This one is the CO2 one, so you can put it onto the valve stem and then pull the trigger and it'll fill it up. So you just unscrew it and then you put your CO2 cartridge in there and then tighten it up and stick it on the valve and go. I haven't found something yet that I'm going to use for this last one. You could probably put maybe some fishing lures in there, an extra knife, the little camping utensils that are fork, knife, spoon combo. So that's what I've got in this first little patch, this little side. Next, I've got some bigger items that, like I said, this is for me, what I use. So I do a lot of forwarding. So I've got something to push the tire patch in. I've got the reamer, and then I've got the thing that you can actually put a patch in. I've got tie down in there, and then I've got some aspirin. This is a mini bottle. Well, it's not a mini bottle, but it's a good sized bottle. It holds 100 capsules, so you put that in there. You could also, if you wanted to, down in this little area, you could probably put some bungee cords if you wanted to, kind of whatever you're looking for. So let me put that back in there real quick, show you kind of. I'm not struggling to put any of this in there. It just goes right in, no problems. Put that piece in, that piece in, this last piece in. On this other side, what I've got the actual patch kit for the tires, some of the little plugs on that side. I have a chip reader because like I said, I do a lot of hunting. I've got trail cameras out there, and then I've got my actual CO2 cartridges. It's a pretty deep pocket. My hand fits all the way down in there. So let me put those back in. So that's just one little panel. This thing's got a ton of little compartments all over the place. You can put stuff in. Push that down in there. And so when you close it, you've got this other side that opens up, and this is more my safety side. That side is kind of for my outdoor stuff, my ATV side. This is my actual safety side. I'm gonna modify it a little bit because I don't have quite what I want in there. So what I've got, this opens up. What I've got some stuff in case you roll your ankle, sprain your wrist, in case you need to wrap a bandage around somebody, some gauze or something. So I've got that in there. I've got some emergency tape, so if I get lost, I can hang this on trees as I'm going down the trail or as I'm trying to find my way back, that I can look back and see where I was, and if I find the tape again, I know I'm going in circles. I've got a flashlight, so there's a little headlamp that's turned one way and it's got a little red light, and the other way it's an actual light. Doesn't turn on right now because I've got the batteries flipped backwards, so it doesn't actually accidentally get turned on while it's in there. I've got 2 things of rope. I've got just some normal twine type of rope, just for miscellaneous uses, and I got some paracord. This is about 30 feet of cord. It's about 10 feet of cord. Then I've got my toilet paper, one of the necessities out there. So I just stuffed this full, it sits right in there. And then I've got some gloves in case I need to bandage somebody up in case something goes wrong, for whatever reason that you might need some gloves. And then on this other side, what I've got, and I haven't quite figured all the way out what I'm going to do yet. Like I said, so this is stretchy, so you can put stuff in there, it'll stretch to what you need it to, conform to it. On this other side, as of right now, I've got some matches, so just a little bit of fire starter in there, keep them from getting wet. This was my other pack that did get wet every now and then. I don't think this one will get too bad. It's got some nice material on the outside. Then I've got some electrical tape. I'll probably switch that out for a little roll of duct tape. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I have a call in there for deer hunting. And then on the inside of this other pocket, what I've got is some toe warmers and some hand warmers. And then I've got a lighter. I've got some extra batteries for my headlamp. And then I've got some chapstick. You can put it whatever you wanted to in there. I think this is a very good pack overall. I wouldn't have any problems recommending it to anybody. Like I said, it's what you want to make out of it. If you're doing it for hunting, you can put your rangefinder in there. You could probably fit your binoculars in there, get some little compact ones. You could put your trail camera in there. You could put a pistol in there. This one's a full size 357, and if you look at it, that one fits in there if you needed to put it in there. Just anything you can think of, I think you'd be able to have a good opportunity with this. It's not just for hunting, not just for survival, not just for ATVing, but I've got it set up for all 3 of them because those are my main hobbies. That way I can just throw in my truck where I'm going, I can throw it in the back of my four-wheeler where I'm going, I can throw it in my hunting pack, I can put it pretty much wherever I want to. And then on the outside you've got some elastic straps out here you can take and you can put things into. It's got some Velcro, so if you wanted to stick it to something, if your hunting pack had Velcro on it, you'd be able to do that. And then on this other side, you've got some loops you could hook to a backpack. You could tie them down, and then it's got buttons as well. So if you wanted to strap it down to the front of your four-wheeler onto the rack, if you don't have a bag already, you can take and put that in there. And then if you want to put on your pack, if you want to put it on a vehicle this way, you could also put it onto the back of a vehicle, making it be back of a seat so that it doesn't get stuck, it's not falling all over the place. I think it would slide under your seat pretty easy. I also think you'll be able to put it into the back of your four-wheeler, that little compartment. Like I said, I think it's a good backpack overall, or a good MOLLE pack. If you have any questions, let me know.